What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Tatiana Duen, and for today's video, as you guys can already kind of guess, I am going to be doing the Do Disney Like a Pro My Tips and Tricks video. I am so excited to finally share these tips and tricks with you guys. If you guys don't already know, I absolutely love Disneyland. You guys, if you guys follow me on social media, you guys already know.
Daddy, say cheese! Are you okay?
Don't let out your lunch!
Are you okay?
Don't eat it, don't eat it!
No. Daddy, you okay?
I love Disneyland. That's like literally, as cliche as it sounds, my happy place. Like, it is the happiest place on earth, and that is where I'm at my most happiest. Like, it is just insane. So every time I go visit the parks, a lot of people are always asking me questions like, where are the best places to eat? Which rides should we get on first? How long does it take you usually to do such and such? And it's just like, honestly, I have so many good tips and tricks to share with you guys. I was like, might as well make a YouTube video out of it. Made a poll on Instagram. You guys voted yes. I was like, say less. I can talk about this forever. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe down below if you're new, and also turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post future videos. I'm just super excited for you guys to finally see this video. Like, I am juiced. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get on with the tips and tricks. Now, I went ahead and I just typed it all out on my notes because I didn't want to forget anything or leave anything out. So my first tip would be to book in advance. So my family and I always book through Costco. My mom loves booking through Costco, and I went twice without them, and I still booked through Costco, and it's just way easier. You get your park tickets in there. Some good neighbor hotels offer shuttle service. So the shuttle that takes you to and from the park between hotels, they offer those tickets in there as well. You get a lanyard, a complimentary pin, and it's honestly just a really good experience. Now, fun fact, if you book through Costco for 3 or more days inside of the park, you are eligible for 1 early morning magic admission. Now, what that is basically on select days during your stay, you get 1 day where you are eligible, you and your family are eligible to go and enter the park pretty much early. So an hour before it opens to the public, anyone who has the extra morning magic admission would be able to go in there for that first hour prior to anyone else. It's honestly really worth it to get all the like big rides with like the longest lines out of the way. My family and I always went to like Peter Pan's Flight and Space Mountain, just the rides that have like the longest lines during the day. Like, that's literally the easiest way to get them out of the way. I think there was a time that my siblings and I literally got on Peter Pan's Flight 3 times in a row. Like, we got off and we got on, and then we got off, and then we got on, because there's like no lines, and it's just crazy worth it. Like, personally, that's how I see it. I think it's just so worth it. Now, my next tip pretty much is like the main one, and it is to download the Disneyland app before your trip. It is going to be your best friend during your vacation and your stay at Disneyland. It is literally going to give you all types of information. It's literally your best friend. Through this app, you are able to see which rides are down for refurbishment and closed off for a certain amount of time, the lines and the wait times for the rides. You're also able to make reservations for like dining and stuff like that. You're also able to mobile order some food depending on if the location that you're ordering from offers, you know, mobile ordering, and it gives you the show times for like the fireworks, the parades, World of Color, so on and so forth. It is literally the best thing ever invented. Like, honestly, I don't know how I lived before having that app in my phone before my Disneyland trips. Like, it is just saves you so much time. Like, why would you want to walk all the way across the park to check if Space Mountain is a long line for it to be like an hour-and-a-half wait, when you can literally check from where you're at through the app? Next tip is to stock up on all of your Disneyland merchandise prior to your trip. Now, I'm not saying don't buy anything inside the parks. I love buying, you know, an annual sweater with like the year on it, or like even a backpack, something small, you know, to kind of remember my trip. But prior to that, if you're a big family, it is really worth it for you guys to go and purchase some Disney merchandise prior to your trip. Well, Target has things, you know, t-shirts with Disney and like Mickey and Minnie and everything on it. The Disneyland store, Forever 21, even has a few cute tops. Zara also has it. Now, if you guys want to wait until you guys are out in the Anaheim area and get it prior to the first day of your trip, then I would suggest checking out the Target closest to Disneyland. I think it's like in Garden Grove. It has literally like a mini Disney store inside of a Target. Not like necessarily. There's so much Disney merchandise in there that it's crazy. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, where do I even start? You know what I mean? Like, it was just so much to choose from, and I think that's awesome, because it can be a little overpriced, especially in a big family. Don't get me wrong, like I'm the oldest of 4 kids and then there's my parents, and it's like it gets expensive. So you obviously want to save money, especially when going to spend more money in the parks with food and drinks, so on and so forth. So I would definitely recommend checking out some Disney merchandise prior to your trip. So the next tip is actually kind of like 2 in 1 pretty much. So a lot of people ask me what my favorite restaurants are inside the parks to eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and then also food reservations. I would recommend making food reservations at any little kind of food joint that you're trying to eat at, depending on if it's small. If it's a small stand and they're like kind of like quick with it, then that's fine. But if it's like usually a restaurant with a long wait, then I would suggest making reservations. I know, for example, the new Lamplight Lounge over on Pixar Pier in Disneyland California Adventure offers reservations because it gets so packed. So that's honestly like a good way to use the reservation. Now, the best restaurants for me personally inside the parks that I've tried so far are the Carnation Cafe. I went for the first time ever. I'll post a picture somewhere right here so you guys can kind of see. But I was able to eat there for the first time ever on Main Street, and it was the bomb. I think just the vibe of it, like being on Main Street, eating breakfast, Mickey shaped waffles. I'm like, yes, give me all the Mickey shaped waffles. Like, I love the Mickey shaped waffles. The Mickey waffles are... The next one would have to be Tortilla Joe's. This is a restaurant in downtown Disney. Again, the Disney app will kind of break down the parks for you in a map form. So you'll see Disneyland, you'll see Disney California Adventure, and then you'll see downtown Disney. So I would recommend that one. And then also, third one, which should be located in Disneyland Park, would be the Plaza Inn. The Plaza Inn is basically always set up for buffet style, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Usually around breakfast time, it's harder to get like seats because it's breakfast with the characters. I've never been there for lunch, but I went for dinner for the first time ever, and I had their fried chicken dinner, and it was so good. I always heard people talk about it, and I was like, you know what, let's give it a try. So we went and we tried it, and it was just the bomb. I thought it was good. So the next tip is to pack accordingly with comfy clothes. I cannot stress this enough. I get it, like a lot of people want to get cute pictures in the park, and I am all for it. I love cute pictures in the park, all the aesthetic, you know, the vibes, like it's just really, really cute. But you also want to be really comfortable. I know it literally, if you've been to Disneyland before, you know that it gets so packed and it's just so much walking. So you want to make sure that you pack accordingly. This last time I went back in October for the first time for Halloween, I actually packed some Nike Air Max 270s. I packed my Vans and some Converse, and then another pair of my Vans, and I did not touch any of my other shoes. My Nikes were my best friend. Literally, they never left my feet. It's just super important to be comfortable because you want to enjoy the experience, and it's honestly easy to dress up and still be comfy. I lived in biker shorts as well, and big t-shirts, or even like crop tops and boyfriend jeans is just something super simple but really comfortable. You can always take an extra pair of shoes to kind of look cute on the side, because normally for me personally, I like bouncing from park to hotel. So I'll like go to the park for a little bit, take the shuttle back to the hotel, and then go back to the park. It's just because I want to go and rest and recharge and, you know, kind of just rejuvenate myself and get ready for the park at night or like in the afternoon. It's completely up to you, but I would definitely recommend, you know, packing things like tights and, you know, spandex and biker shorts and loose fitting jeans and just all that good stuff, because you want to be super comfortable. Skirts are also a really good thing to wear too. So okay, now we're gonna get into the good stuff. Next tip would be fast passes. Basically, each ride offers a fast pass. So a fast pass is when you kind of just scan your card and you get a little ticket that says return between, for example, 1:30 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. and anywhere in between that time, and you're able to go back to that ride, you're able to hop into the fast pass line, which is usually a shorter line. Some people kind of just don't want to wait to go and get the fast pass and then, you know, kind of just kill time. Personally, me, I don't mind killing time. Like if I get the fast pass at 10 a.m. and it says to come back at 1:30, then I will go back at 1:30 if it's a shorter line, because it's just way more worth it. You can get so much more done, and you can get a new fast pass every 2 hours. So for example, if I go at 10:30 to get a fast pass for the Incredicoaster, I have to wait until 12:30 till I can get a fast pass for another ride. So it kind of just depends on what time the ride tells you to return at, but basically from what I've noticed, it's every 2 hours. You can also get them through the app, and basically you just scan the back barcode of your park hopper or your park ticket, and then it pretty much gives you the fast pass either through your phone, or you can go and do it manually. You usually have machines by the rides that offer fast passes. The Radiator Springs Racers, the Incredicoaster, Space Mountain, so on and so forth, the really big rides offer those fast passes. Now, a big tip, just to kind of let you guys know, The rides in Fantasyland, so Fantasyland is right behind Sleeping Beauty's castle, like all the little kid rides, so like Pinocchio's Daring Journey and Peter Pan's Flight and so on and so forth. Those do not offer fast passes, so just keep that in mind and just kind of be mindful. It's usually the bigger rides that offer fast passes. So the next one really isn't a tip, it's more of like a recommendation, but I definitely recommend you guys watch the World of Color show over in Disney California Adventure. That show will leave you literally almost crying. Like, it is the most amazing show ever. I couldn't get enough of it. I mean, they took it away for a little while and they brought it back recently, so I was able to watch it this last time I went in October, and it is just such a nice show. And it is like literally just a bunch of waterworks with color, and it's like movie scenes from the classic Disney movies, and it's just honestly so cool. So I would definitely recommend you guys check that out. You can get the show times in the Disneyland app as well. Okay, next tip would be to plan accordingly in your little backpack, your side bag, your fanny pack, whatever it is you take. I would 100% recommend little things like hand sanitizers, facial tissues, gum, sometimes a makeup bag with like women essentials in it and things like that, or like in your diaper bag, you know, you want to have extra diapers, so on and so forth. I just feel like you need to be mindful of what you're going to need in the park. So a portable charger, you know, things like that, you want to have them always in your bag. Personally, I wouldn't go bigger than this. This is pretty much as big as I would go. A lot of people do take, you know, see-through backpacks, kind of clear plastic backpacks or fanny packs, because it's easier for the security to see. Pretty much you just want to be 100% prepared for the lines, and you just want to be patient. Just go in with a patient mindset. Just do some yoga before going, because trust me when I tell you that you will get frustrated, especially in the heat. If you go during the summertime or during a time where it's just really, really hot, you will get a little agitated, but you know what? It's all good in the hood, okay? You're gonna make it into the parks. Back to this, I would never go bigger than this. This is like the perfect size for me. If I can kind of show you guys up close. It is so cute. Here it says Disney Parks and then Loungefly, and it's pretty much just a bunch of Mickey Mouses and a little fur ball. All right, now that I'm thirsty, ironically, this is the next tip. There are 3 Starbucks located in the Disneyland area. So there is one in Disneyland Park, one in Disney California Adventure Park, and one in downtown Disney. You can find these Starbucks on the Disneyland app, but the one in Disneyland, the one that's located in the actual Disneyland Park, is a little tricky to find. So when you walk down Main Street, it's going to be to your right side. It's not labeled Starbucks outside. You kind of have to peek your head through to see if it's Starbucks, but pretty much it's located like Coffee Market or something like that on the right side of Main Street. So you just kind of want to like kind of keep your eyes peeled while you're going down Main Street. You're going to see that people are coming out with coffee cups, and that's where it's located. And the other 2 have their Starbucks logos on the outside. I'm like... Next tip, you want to go in with a steady, calm, patient mindset. I know it can get a little frustrating having to go through lines over and over and over again, but Disneyland is always going to be packed. The parks are always going to be packed. It's such a well-known place, you know, built by such a well-known person, that it's like, it's always going to be packed by tourists, by families, by friends, by teenagers. It's literally going to have everybody there, and it's like, you have to just go with the mentality that like you guys are all there for the same reason. A lot of people get frustrated. I know some people can get panic attacks, anxiety attacks, and it gives you anxiety to be around so many people, but it's a park that's never gonna be empty ever. I mean, maybe towards the end of the night, you know, when you're getting last minute rides in, but other than that, it's like it's always going to be super, super packed. So just go in with that mindful mindset. Next tip is mobile ordering. So there are a few locations that do mobile ordering, and some of them actually like are the main reason why people go to Disneyland. I want to try this, I want to try that. So I'm going to kind of list you guys a few that you guys should try personally on my behalf. The Mint Julep Bar offers the beignets. So if you guys have seen the Mickey shaped beignets, they are so good. Literally, and there's so many seasonal flavors, but usually they just have the plain beignets with the powdered sugar, and they are so good, and they offer mobile ordering, so I would definitely suggest you guys mobile order for that. Also, the Enchanted Tiki Room offers the pineapple and mango Dole Whips. Those, oh my god, I'm kidding you guys not, like literally the first day of my trip back in October, I had one in the morning. It was like 10 a.m. I had another one at like 2 p.m. and then another one at 8 p.m. and I don't regret it. They're so good. The last place that does mobile ordering that you guys should definitely try out is the Jolly Holiday Bakery. That is on Main Street. It is basically a bakery that has a bunch of little cute little shaped treats and, you know, cookies, cupcakes, macaroons. I say macaroons, but I guess they're macarons. Oh, they are so good. You just want to try as much as you can, honestly, because you never know when the next time you're gonna go back to Disney is. I am still questioning why I'm not an annual pass holder. Like, I just don't know. That's literally my New Year's resolution, is to become an annual pass holder at Disney. Just saying, speaking it into existence. Moving on. The next tip that I can offer is sharing with you guys my favorite air-conditioned locations to take breaks. On like the hot days, you know, the days where you're like, oh my god, I cannot breathe, I'm sweating bullets down my back. There are so many locations that people do not know about that I recently just discovered that I'm like, I'm gonna share these with people because I can't believe I didn't find this out sooner. The first one is the Animation Building in Disney California Adventure. So I'm gonna try to post like videos from my trip back in October here so you guys can see what it looks like inside. It is 100% air conditioned inside, and there's so much to do while you're in there. You can sit there, you can go into Turtle Talk with Crush, you can do the Beast Library that I didn't even know existed until recently, and it's just all such a cute experience. So I would definitely recommend taking your breaks in there. Next is the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disneyland, and that one is probably the best way to just sit, chillax. It's a really nice and slow, steady ride. Not at the beginning, if you know, you know, but it's really air conditioned as well in there, so that's honestly like a good way to get your, you know, your break in there. The next one will be Starbucks. All the Starbucks are air conditioned, obviously, and so are the shops on Main Street. All of the shops and all of the Starbucks are 100% air conditioned, so if you want to just kind of sit in there and chill, I would definitely recommend doing that as well. Now, when you open the Disneyland app, you can search all of these in the search bar and they'll come up with the location and things like that. Usually even for the shops, the times will tell you what time they close. So that's why I said the Disneyland app will be your best friend before you go to your vacation. My next tip is definitely more for the experience and not really more for like the, you know, you have to do it, but it's honestly just an amazing experience, and that would be to book a dining with the characters breakfast. So you can book the breakfast through 3 different locations, and that is the Plaza Inn on Main Street in Disneyland Park. The next one is Goofy's Kitchen, and that is located at the Disneyland Hotel. And then the third is the PCH Grill in Disneyland's Paradise Pier Hotel. I've done breakfast at all 3 of these locations, and all 3 of them are honestly so good. They're all set up buffet style. The only difference is that they have different characters. I would definitely recommend doing that. You can book that through the Disneyland app as well. You can either do it like days prior, or sometimes I've done them like weeks prior, and it just like really secures your spot. You do have to give a credit card number, but it's only just to hold your reservation until afterwards. It is a little pricey. The prices kind of just vary, so it really just depends on how many people are going, how many kids are going, but it's honestly a great experience for the kids. I'm 21 and I still enjoy that, and my siblings enjoy that, and that just makes me happy. So I can only imagine, you know, if you guys have kids of your own and stuff, like they'll really get a kick out of that, and I definitely recommend doing that. Next tip is to always ask for a Disney PhotoPass card. So these cards are given to you by the official photographers in the parks that take the official, you know, big camera pictures in front of like the castle, in front of the Walt and Mickey statue, kind of like the big staple like pieces to Disneyland. You want to get pictures in there, you ask for a PhotoPass card and they scan all your pictures onto there. You can link that to your Disneyland app if you make an account, so just always remember that. Next thing I want to say is just to always take photos. You're always going to regret the photos that you don't take, so always take pictures. Even if you feel like you look ugly, it doesn't matter. It's all about the experience. Take the picture. And then last but not least, just have fun. I mean, it's Disneyland, dude. Like, I absolutely love Disneyland. My family loves Disneyland, so just have fun and enjoy yourself out there. It literally is all about the experience, which is exactly why I brought to you guys all of these amazing tips and tricks that I wish I would have known prior to, like, you know, these last few times that I went. This is kind of stuff that I've learned from other people and stuff that I've learned on my own that I can just share with you guys, and it's honestly such a great experience. So get your ears on, okay? Go to the parks, have fun, take lots of pictures, and just enjoy yourselves and your company, whether it's your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your whole family, like with the t-shirts that say like Family Vacation 2020. Like, that's just so cute to me, and it's just all about that. Well, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and this helped you guys out so much for you guys' future Disneyland trips coming up this year, or the year next, or the year after next, or the year after next, whenever you guys decide to take these family vacations. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, subscribe down below if you're new, and turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Before we get into today's video, don't forget to give this video... I got thirsty. Is this zoomed in? No. Best friend during your vacation, This is a lot of talking. I keep looking at the viewfinder because it just looks so cute. Goes through